could ever need a road paved with gold when tha's got Silver Street? And who's ever seen a better sight than stuff that goes on there at night? Let's bob on a train past Fitzy again. We can't get there much faster. Does anyone know a way? There's got to be a way to Doncaster!
We're stopping.
Hello again from Yorkshire Podcast with 3 Yorkshire Tears. I'm Tom Yorkshire, I'm here with Pat Testing and Gentle Eddie. How are we doing, fellas, today?
All right.
Not too bad,
Yeah,
good.
fair to middling.
Nice
is
one.
that? Yeah.
What's that been on with? All good?
Yeah, I've been doing my usual stuff. Here and there. Yeah, ducking and diving. Keeping away from taxman.
Yeah. I cut my grass the other day. Well, ish.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doncaster we're talking about today. What a beautiful part of the world, lovely. City status it got in Jubilee Queens, so it's a city now, it's not just a town. Yeah?
Rightfully so.
Indeed. So, in a bit of history, it's named after, so it's on River Don. It's named after crossing on River Don. It's a castle on a fort on River Don, something like that. And a bit of history for you. In 1307, Grey Friars arrived in Doncaster. In 1350, White Friars arrived in Doncaster. And in 2023, Air Friars arrived in Doncaster. So it's got a long and varied history. Yeah. What's I know on it? What's I remember about Doncaster? We've been a few times.
Well, it's that good. Brenda moved there.
Brenda's moved to Doncaster?
Well, just outside. Rossington. But it's near enough.
Oh, it's posh end.
Posh end, aren't you?
Yeah, fair play. Good on her. Is she enjoying it down there?
She loves it.
Yeah.
She's got cracking neighbours. They're like cup of sugar brigade.
Right.
If you want out, that just goes round. Hey, got a cup of sugar? And it's there. Cracking neighbours.
That's what I want, isn't it?
Well, only happens in Yorkshire, though, that.
It does, definitely.
Talking of Yorkshire Spice, which is what we talked about in when we were talking about York and Roundtree and all that game. There was some spice made in Doncaster. See if they know these. They're not quite as famous, some of these. But Parkinson's, who made butterscotch.
Why?
From Doncaster.
Right.
Nuttall's Mintos.
Oh, aye.
And Murray Mints.
I know Murray Mints.
That's
Right.
mad, that, isn't it? Who would have thought that? Hey, I wouldn't have thought it would have, but all of this stuff.
Not Donny Mints, no.
No, no.
I'd have gone Donny Mints.
It's what they decided.
There you go.
So I asked folk. I asked folk some questions about famous people from Doncaster. Does that know any? Has I got any in mind? Know anybody from Donny apart from our Brenda?
Yeah, I'm stuck after Brenda.
I'll give you a few.
Go on.
There's a few at least. So, Clarkson.
Oh, of course he is, aye.
As in
Jeremy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Louis Tomlinson, who's apparently a pop star. Diana Rigg, who was a Bond girl, you'll know her.
Was she?
Yes,
Was
she was Doncaster.
Oh, she was gorgeous.
I've never seen you so happy.
Oh.
The face lights up then.
Not Diana Rigg.
I don't know who she is, no.
She was a Bond girl. She did other things
Right.
as well, but she was a Bond
Okay.
girl. Kevin Keegan. I wouldn't have thought that, would they?
No.
Really?
You
You
associate
think
him with other places, don't they?
Yeah.
But, Donny lad, of course, we ought to have known. David Firth, who did Salad Fingers.
Pardon?
That
I don't know that.
that were on YouTube, wasn't it?
It were on YouTube, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rusty Spoons and that.
Aye.
And then and Youngblood.
Oh, Youngblood, I've heard it.
Youngblood.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
It is in a minute. He is in him. I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it a band? Is it a band or
Let's
a
not get
singer?
into it. It's very pretty. So that's Doncaster.
Right.
So what I did was, as usual, I went on streets of Doncaster and got talking to some at locals to see what they thought of the place. Let's see if we agree with what they think. Today, I'm in Doncaster. It's Gemma, South Yorkshire. It's place to be. I'm going to go round and chat to people and find out all about it. But I know it's a good place because there's already a bloke out in the street singing about it. Come check it out with me.
How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art.
So there's all sorts on offer in Doncaster. So we've got things like the award-winning wildlife park,
We've got some fantastic independent shops in and around the city centre.
The French Gate, because everybody comes from all over the country just to come and see French Gate, and we've got a new market, we've got a new war market, and it's brand new in there. We've got all new. Sheffield's got all them Nero, Pizza Nero. We've got all that now inside there, mate. So it is a banging town.
It's all right. It's a nice little place, nice little quaint place. There's a park and all that there, and I live in some flats and stuff like that. And you've got like your swimming baths and stuff like that, and you've got like a little village area in here. It's not a bad place, and you've got the pub on corner.
We've got some fantastic eateries, international food, and so much history with things like the St Ledger, our rail heritage, which is all at the museum, and an increase in events programme throughout the year.
Everyone needs to come to this town, come and see it.
And then you've got a nice little lake and a walk just over the road. That's a nice little place to take your dogs if you've got any pets or anything like that. Me being a dog walker myself, I've been around that area.
I would say we've got some real hidden gems. Again, going back to that sort of independent shopping, independent eateries sort of things. So we've got places along Netherhall Road, lots of different international food outlets there.
But everybody still sort of tries to keep upbeat about the whole situation, you know. I mean, it's probably the same as other sort of cities round about, like, you know.
Oh, I'm born and bred here, so if anyone knows, I know.
Obviously our fantastic markets, the Wall Market's fantastic to meet up for a drink with friends.
There's a Cash Theatre. They do some in the Savoy. That's a nice place if you want to relax and sit down and watch a theatre or a play, or Savoy Cinema on Corner. That's nice for a film or tour, and it's really nice up that area. And you've also got Mother Hubbard's, the fish shop, which I recommend, which I've been to a few times. So. And then obviously you've got the park and ride, and you've got the little trail where you can walk and stuff like that. And yeah, it's all right.
Well, obviously because of what I do, in particular as a chaplain and stuff, I would sort of take them first to the Minster or somewhere like that, because it's absolutely beautiful. You know, it's outstanding. You know, the natural beauty and inside. You know, I mean, it's just amazing now.
And I would say the place to eat would be La Bocca on Netherhall Road. Some lovely, lovely food. It's sure to impress.
I said Salutation. Salutation's probably the best pub if you've been there. I don't know if you've been there, but yeah, Salutation, which is up near Regent Square, which is up near my doctor's, just across the road.
So, that was Doncaster. When I first got there, first thing, there's a bloke in street singing "How Great Thou Art." I can only assume we were talking about Town Its End, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But he were doing a good job of that. And then it was that shaved-haired fella was a bloke called Andy. Nice fella. Works for Doncaster Tourist Board.
Right.
Who'd have thought it?
I didn't know they had a tourist board.
Oh, no.
Well, I didn't either. But it went background of that shot, actually. And there were two lovely ladies who worked behind the counter, and they said, I need to talk to Andy. He knows all about round here, right? So I chatted to him, and he told me some nice things about Doncaster and all that. And then I came across that other fella who told me that people are coming from all over the world to go to Frenchgate.
Huh?
Right.
They're coming from all over to go to the shopping centre. So, and if anybody knows, he would, because he were a local.
Well,
true.
yeah, rightfully so. Yeah.
So we're dead right.
Ah.
It's an interesting place, though. There's obviously some characters there. Slightly different to last week's.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There is some good places in Doncaster, I must admit. As you said, as it was mentioned, there's wildlife park. That's nice there. Been there.
Yeah. What's there?
Wildlife.
Wildlife, yeah.
Plenty of it.
Is it in a park, like?
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, all fenced out. There's not like fences around.
Fences and that?
Yeah, but you can see them.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Not sure why Donny's chaplain was in an Ivy's jacket and a cowboy hat, but he obviously had his reasons. He talked about Donny's Minster, and that's why I think that's part of the reason we're going back onto churches, aren't we? We're trying to do. We don't know why that keeps happening, but it is a beautiful thing, and I think that's what made it a city, or part of what made it a city in Jubilee thing, because it's got a big church, and I think that's part of what they have to have.
Yeah.
And that Salutation, never been me saying. Have you been to Salutation?
No.
I am, but it's up near that fella's doctor's, so it's important that we keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So
All right.
they can have
That's all right then.
That can have a beer. What is it that we do? Food, beer.
They can have a beer, and that can get prescription things from across the road. I'm laughing at
What
that.
more do you need?
So that's Doncaster. We've been a Sens, haven't we? We've been to we went to Leopard many moons ago. What's your memories of that place?
We did, yes.
We did. Good. Nice. It were a nice bowser, that.
What?
Just up front train station.
Yeah, it wasn't first gigs we did there, wasn't it? First years we started.
They got us early on at Donk, yeah.
Yeah. We had that library wallpaper, didn't they, in the corner?
Yes.
I remember, it looks like that we had books and that we read and we were intelligent.
Yeah, it did have that feel, didn't it?
Yeah.
What a place. What a strange old place that was.
Yeah. As I remember, there were a band playing in another room.
Upstairs, huh?
Upstairs, wasn't it? Yeah. And there were more come to see us than they come to see band.
Didn't we get a noise complaint from them?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I'm sure we got a noise complaint that were too loud.
It must have been distracting at very least.
Yeah.
That's back in days when we used to do things like when Bradford Batman used to come and turn up.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
that, and we'd be running around pub dressed as superheroes.
I wonder what happened to him.
I'm sure he's about somewhere,
Yeah, right.
fighting crime.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, is there what else I need to tell you? Oh, Silver Street. They had Silver Street mentioned in poem at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody mentioned it in that Vox Pop. But Silver Street, Cleveland Street and High Street are all within a 3-minute walk.
Right.
And there's 40 bars and clubs within that area.
That's not bad.
40.
40.
That's not bad.
Bang on in it, that.
Aye.
So there that goes. I think we need to hear a little bit more about what's going on in Doncaster. So I think we need to cross over to Pat, who's going to give us a weather report.
Thanks, Tom. As always in glorious Yorkshire, it'll be fair to middling with colliginous skies and a full 8 octaves. In Balby and Exthorpe, there'll be their usual cheery sends, while in sunny fields, it'll absolutely piss it down. Just remember, with a build-up of wind from south, there's no doubt a warm push will release pressure after dinner. And now to Sports Desk for latest.
It's that time again. It's sport in Doncaster. And we know there's a large sporting prowess in that beautiful South Yorkshire city.
Doncaster Rovers won League 2 by 4 points. Good luck in League 1 next season.
Edlington Top Club edged FC Witherspoons by a point to win Doncaster and District Sunday Premier League.
Tick Hill are currently top of the Doncaster District Bowling Association over 60s doubles Division 1 and are unbeaten with a season average of 77.5. Will Carcroft Village Topham?
It's all still to play for. Doncaster women are top at Sheffield and District Women's Development Squash League, especially following the 12-0 win over Abbeydale. Well done, ladies. And earlier on when we were at Doncaster, we asked for a representative from Doncaster Wheelers Cycling Club to speak to us, but he wouldn't. However, we overheard that they don't do much cycling and they just sit about eating cakes. Back to studio.
So plenty happening in sporting world of Doncaster. And I'm sure it'll carry on. It's got a great sporting heritage, as Doncaster, of course. Donny Rovers winning League 2 this year. That's good news, isn't it? And it goes with some other Yorkshire teams that have done quite well. One thing we need to keep in mind, we're nearly back to inter-Yorkshire air travel. Okay. Only time it's worth going on an aeroplane is when there's going from one place in Yorkshire to another. And they're thinking about reopening Robin Hood Airport in Doncaster way.
Right. So
that'd mean we could fly from Doncaster to Leeds Bradford much quicker than we could on train.
Oh,
that's
And back.
I didn't think about that.
that'd be. Yeah, that's all right. I'm well up for that.
So that's a great holiday, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're not
it is,
messing about there.
Yeah,
Get ice
exactly.
cream and all sorts.
A little thing about the airport, where airport is.
What?
It used to be Finningley RAF base. And my auntie used to live right at bottom at runway, and she had to cross runway to get to school.
Right.
Yeah, and she says there were like Spitfires taking off on that. I'm thinking,
Right.
That's a long time ago, though.
Mad in 1920s, wasn't it? Different world.
Yeah.
Different world.
Different world.
We've got listeners' letters. If there's listening and they wants to send us a letter, they can send it to tom@yorkshire.style, and we've got some to read out today. Pat, does I want to start us off? Does I want to get the glasses on?
Well, I best put the glasses on because I'm blind as a bat.
Get them on.
Here we go. Right then, dear lads. Is it a ginnel or a snicket? That's from Ethel in Mexborough.
I reckon we've had this debate before.
We've had mass debates on this.
We have.
Yeah.
I think a ginnel and a snicket are different. I think personally.
Go on.
Well, I do.
I think a
Start us off.
Go on. A snicket is a shorter. It's shorter than a ginnel, but I can't remember. It might right. So it's either one's between houses, and others between estates. Something like that.
That's right.
That's it, innit?
So a ginnel's between two houses, and a snicket's joining as a footpath joining to estates.
That's it. That's the way.
That's got to be there.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's not same.
But then we say ginnel. Them from down south Yorkshire said ginnel.
They do.
What's that?
Mexborough especially. Well, ironic that's from Mexborough because they say ginnel, don't they, down?
Ginnel.
That's wrong.
Ginnel,
and in York, that we've mentioned previously, they call them snickleways.
Snickleway.
Do they?
Yeah. Now, I like your theories. I like this. This is important stuff, this.
Yeah,
We're clearing
yeah.
it all up, aren't we? Now, I think snicket and snickleways, if we're really looking at that word, I think there's a take on sneak there.
Okay.
Which I think means either there has to be quiet or it's short. Like, did I say it was short?
I thought it was short. I
think
short,
there's
good.
something like that.
Yeah.
And gin sounds a bit like gunner or gun, going.
Right.
So I don't know if there's something in that, right? So in answer to the question, what is it? We need to know what it is before we can say what it is.
Yeah. That there. Is it a ginnel or a snicket? The two separate things. Yeah.
Two separate things.
Did it come with a picture, Sam? No. Okay. Well,
No.
Send us a picture, Ethel. What it?
Aye, Ethel from Mexborough.
Send us a picture of what that's referring to, and as long as it's clean, we'll show it on here, and then we'll tell you exactly which one it is.
Yeah.
We'll have a bit more on that. I think.
yeah.
I think we'll return to this in future.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, give us yours.
So it says to Yorkshire lads.
Yes, that's us.
Right. Where's best place to go on holiday for a week? From Sam in Bristol.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I've got this bang on. I think there's no better place in Scarborough.
Why is that? Tell us.
I just think everything's in Scarborough, or even that coastal. So you've got Filey, Brid, and Scarborough, all there. Nice and easy. No else needed. Plenty of pubs. There's got a beach. There's got a caravan park. There's got theatres. It's bang on. The can't want for out. There's fish and chips. There's boat trips. There's everything I need, all in one place. Even 1p machines. I don't think you can top it at all.
Yeah, I see.
Go on.
Yeah, I like Hawes, me.
I likes what?
Hawes. No, it's a place
Never
in
again.
Yorkshire
Okay.
Dales.
Right, okay.
Fair play.
Oh, I like hills, me. I like walking on hills.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say Rotherham. We've had one more letter, which is from Phil from Preston. And that's it for another week from Yorkshire Style. We've been 3 Yorkshire Tears. Come join us next week where we'll talk about somewhere else.